Hi, guys. So, as we progress here in the solar system and we move on from rotation and revolution, we're going to talk about stars, constellation, and specifically the sun. So, if you take a look at this picture here of the sun, we're going to focus just on facts. So, please follow along as we learn a little bit more on the sun. So, all life on Earth is dependent on a yellow dwarf star located at the center of our solar system called the Sun. The importance of the Sun cannot be overstated. It lights and heats our world, it stirs our atmosphere, creates our weather pattern, and gives energy to provide food and oxygen for our plants. The Sun is almost entirely made up of two gases. These gases are hydrogen and helium. At the sun's core, the gases condense to a density 10 times greater than lead, making it 15,000 degrees Celsius. Under these conditions, the core becomes a nuclear reactor that converts or takes that hydrogen and turns it into helium. The sun emits, which means releases, various forms of energy: gamma rays, X rays, ultraviolet, visible light, infrared, which is heat like microwaves, and radio waves. Every hour, the sun ejects 1 billion tons of gas into space at a speed of up to 2 million kilometers per second. Even so, the sun is so massive that scientists believe it will continue to burn for 5 billion years. Well, every 11 years, the sun becomes more active, which causes our solar storms, and it blasts billions and tons of material into space at a high speed. These storms can be dangerous for astronauts and also us on Earth. For example, in 1989, a solar storm caused a power failure in Quebec, putting the entire province in darkness. Solar storms can also damage satellites, affecting global communication and navigation systems. So think about these questions kind of just silently in your head, and then I'm going to post the answers. So again, in science, we're going to focus just on facts of the suns, okay? And I'm not going to expect you to know every specific fact, like what degrees is the sun, but know the basics. So where is our sun located? From that article I read, think about it. It's in our universe, but where specifically? And how does the sun affect life on Earth? What are some things that the sun does for us here on Earth? And it talked about plants and animals. Think about that. And please remember, this is always a question on the state test for science at the end of the year. What is the sun made up of? What gases? So specifically, it is a star. It's a yellow dwarf star. And what specific gases is the sun and other stars made up? Both of these gases began with an H. Do you remember how hot the sun is at its core, which is the center? Think about those questions as I post the answers. So the sun, you should have learned, it's located, I want you to know, it is at the center of our solar system, okay? And it's so powerful that that is what holds our planets in place. It is the sun's gravitational pull. It's located in the center of our solar system, keeping all of our planets in place. So some things the sun does to affect our life is it lights and heats our world, stirs our atmosphere. It actually creates our weather patterns and gives us energy to plants to give them food and oxygen. So hopefully you know a little bit about a process called photosynthesis. And the specific gases that stars are made up of in the sun is hydrogen and helium. Get that drilled in your head, hydrogen and helium.